Alright, so round about this time in 2012, 21 Jump Street came out, which I distinctly remember watching because I was sitting directly behind a guy who would not get off his phone and had the world's most annoying laugh. I swear to God. On paper, 21 Jump Street should not have worked. It was directed by two guys I'd never heard of, partnered Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum, which seemed like a bit of a mismatch, and it was based on a TV show that I'd never watched because, let's face it, I'm not from the 80s, but it actually turned out to be brilliant and absolutely hilarious. It made a ton of money, which of course meant a sequel had to come out. Now this is usually bad news. There's really not many comedy sequels out there that are on a par with the original, but this is where 22 Jump Street comes into its own. Where the first was self-aware about being a weird reboot, this one mercilessly pokes holes at itself for retreading the same ground as the original and turns it into an advantage. Unlike some films which are exactly the same and expect you not to notice. Hangover 2, I'm looking at you. Being self-aware or breaking the fourth wall is usually quite a cheap way of getting a laugh, but it actually works in this film. There's some fantastic jokes in there for movie fans. There's an Annie Hall reference right at the start, Channing Tatum jokes about being in White House Down, and they even interrupt a car chase to crowbar in a Benny Hill gag. The jokes in this film come thick and fast. Once you start laughing, there's barely a pause for breath before the next zinger comes along and has you gasping for air. And there's a Kate Blanchett joke in there that's worth the ticket price alone, and it had me literally snorting in the middle of the cinema. And yes, that is as attractive as it sounds. Ice Cube without a doubt has the funniest scene when he finds out something about Jonah Hill Schmidt. You might have thought the angry captain thing was funny in the first one, but wait till you see him go apeshit at an all-you-can-eat buffet. The story development is practically non-existent. In fact, it's pretty much a carbon copy of the first one, but you don't care, this isn't The Godfather. A lot of the scenes feel like standalone jokes that add nothing to the plot, like they've planned out all the jokes and then added a little bit of plot in between as opposed to the other way around. But this is no bad thing, because again, it just kind of feeds into the whole self-mocking. It's not often I'll say this about a film, but make sure you stay for the end credits. Without giving anything away, the end credits are actually one of the funniest parts of the film. Now don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean that the rest of it isn't funny. I genuinely just mean that these are fantastic. They take the whole self-aware thing to a whole new level and pretty much decimate any hope of further sequels. I mean, there probably will be a 23 Jump Street anyway, but I really don't know how they'll do it. I have to say I had really high hopes for this film and I was not disappointed. I'm gonna go with 4 popcorns. I laughed consistently, but not as hard as the first. Alright, well thank you very much for watching my review of 22 Jump Street. If you like this video, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you want to check out any of my other videos. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, both at YourPalLee. Thanks very much, and I will see you next time.